And one of the major companies behind this transformation, which is called the Internet of Things, is Intel. And I am joined right now by a guest. He is the evangelist for Intel, Mr. Danny Cristofano. First of all, he's got some devices here with us that you'd like to show us. We've got a laptop right here. Is this an ordinary laptop?
Well, Mark, first let me say thanks for having me on the show. We're excited to be at the show. We're talking about immersing folks in technology and computing in much more natural, immersive ways. And so, yesterday's laptop is today's two-in-one. And that's really what we're talking about when it comes to the traditional PC, if you will. A laptop when you need it, but a tablet when you want it. And this is a great example.
There are a lot of convertibles out there, there are 4-in-1s, 2-in-1s. What makes this something special?
Well, this Asus Transformer Duet is special because not only does it transform from a hardware perspective, but it also transforms from an operating system perspective. This is actually a dual OS system, meaning I can run both Windows and Android on the same machine.
Are there any other computers that can do this?
Not yet.
Not
Intel
yet.
powered.
This is the first one.
Exactly.
Okay. And how long does it take to switch between operating systems?
It takes just a few seconds. In fact, I can show you right now. It's just a simple touch of the icon on the screen, and we'll move from Windows, and we get over here, from Windows to Android, and again, just a couple of seconds, it makes the transition. And this is good, not just in terms of transforming our hardware, but our experience is a lot of consumers have Android-based smartphones, and so they're used to that operating system, especially when they're doing consumption and that type of content, entertainment content, gaming, etc. So it's a familiar operating system for them. But we work, and a lot of us work in a Windows environment at work, and so to be productive in the laptop form factor with Windows, and then
this can also transform to other ways.
That's right, and so we've got the Android up
operating
here, right?
system,
and
sure.
I could make a quick switch back by hitting the button, but yeah, this is the detachable, right? So detachable two-in-one. Don't want to tilt too much there, but again, tablet when you need it, or tablet when you want it, laptop when you need it.
And you feel this is the right recipe and size, and there have been many experiments with convertibles as to what the right screen ratio and everything should be, but you feel this is the right form factor?
Well, I think the form factor, it's really about choice. And some consumers prefer something that swivels, some consumers prefer something that flips. Some like a smaller form factor, some want more performance, and typically you're going to find more performance in a bigger form factor.
Okay, you've got something even more exciting here. Please show us. This is a smart onesie, or what do we call this?
Well, yeah, so let me talk to you first about technology from Intel. Back in September of last year, we talked about a new technology from Intel called Intel Quark technology, and specifically we launched the Intel Quark SoC, specifically designed for new Internet of Things devices, and targeting everybody from inventors and product designers and developers to makers and students.
So how does this chip transform to being in this onesie?
Exactly. So what we also talked about this week was this new product called Intel Edison. This is actually a computer on an SD card form factor. It features the Intel Quark SoC, a new dual-core Intel Quark SoC. It's actually developed on our new 22 nanometer process node. It runs at 400 megahertz, so roughly the performance of a PC about a decade ago in a small form factor. And it's got integrated Wi-Fi communications and other I/O, including sensor I/O, and it powers devices like we see here.
And so this is just an example of what Intel powers this, but what could something like this do? How can this help us?
Yeah, this is great. So this is a onesie called the Mimo Baby onesie, and what we see here is on this onesie we have capacitive ink, which is essentially relaying the sensor information. We're looking at respiration, we're looking at heart rate, even temperature.
So you can monitor that through an app?
And monitor it through an app. And so you can imagine, you see the little turtle here. This is magnetically attached. It comes off of the onesie. Inside the turtle is the Intel Edison computer. And so Edison is receiving the information from the sensors, compiling it, sending it to other smart devices, including an app on a smartphone, which would show me all of that detailed data.
You've got some other devices here. How do they play? The bottle and the cup. How does it figure?
This is the great opportunity of something like Edison. And you talked about size and cost, right? So it's not just necessarily an app, a smartphone app or a tablet app that you're going to push data to. You can actually push data to other newly intelligent devices like this coffee cup we're showing here.
So we got some lights here. It lights up here. So what does this indicate?
So green. I'm enjoying my cup of coffee, and so long as the lights are green and it's showing sort of the respiration data, and a happy face tells me that my child's resting peacefully, and all of that data that we're looking after is good, I can enjoy that cup of coffee. If something were to go out of my preset boundary conditions, respiration goes up, heart rate goes up, activity goes up, these LEDs would change colors to red, letting me know that the baby's waking up or the baby's upset and I should go check on the baby. Likewise,
I can see a lot of uses for this. Thank you very much, Danny Cristofano, for joining us. Intel powering something that I guess the world has never seen before.